welcome to my channel. My name is Luca, this is the Castle of Reverie, and today we're doing like a review of 2023. I'm going to tell you like the good things, the bad things that happened, like just random things. I'm going to talk about my favorite books from the year, and I'm also going to like talk about the goals that I have for the future. But I'm doing it in a style that like Alison Pages does her yearly video. She has a yearly video where she talks about the good, the bad, and then like random things, then talks a bit about her goals, but like the future part is mainly the fact that she does this video every year, and I want to do it every year as well, where she just in the year previously had her past me, like her past self has asked her questions like, how many books did you read this year? And so on. She doesn't usually explicitly tells you the goals. It's more like, hey, future me, how many books did you read this year? Did you hit your 50 that you wanted to read? And things like, hey, how is university going? All of those things. And I think that's really cool, so let's just get in on like the good things and the bad things that happened. So, for me, neutral, I moved houses. I'll put it with the good things because it's a fun change. I have a bigger room at like roughly the same price, roughly the same distance to university, and I settled into this new student dorm. I like it here. Actually, after I moved, I checked my first application to move into student dorms, and the student dorm I'm living in right now was actually my top choice, and I got into like my secondary choice, but it's like, it's gorgeous. I have this little balcony thing. After I settled into this lovely dorm, shortly after, actually, well, not shortly, it was 2 months, I met my partner for the first time at their place. They came over in like the year before, 2022, in December, and then in February I went to visit them. That was fun. Lots of panic attacks because it turns out when you're with a person that makes you feel safe, you have more panic attacks and are processing way more trauma. That was fun. And then I turned 19. It was nice turning 19. Like, I had a friend come over, the family came over, we went like out to eat and all of those things. They will be coming over this year, or at least they are planning on coming over this year when I turn 20. But I don't exactly know what I want to do because most of my birthday stuff will not be happening on my actual birthday, because my birthday isn't on a Sunday, it's on a Tuesday, so they will come over the weekend after. And I would love to go to like a climbing park or something. Like in Germany we have those climbing forests where you just have like, you have ropes and things in the trees, and you get your harness on for safety, and then you get to like climb up a ladder and like go on like, you know, you just get to climb there. And I would love to do that once again. But like, I don't want to do it alone, and I don't think any of my friends are the type of people who would be happy to do something like that, or at least not the friends that are here, that are living here. So I hope that I can get my family to do that with me. Next, finish my first year of my bachelor's degree. I'm now in the second year. Next year is gonna be my last. I fell in love with reading again. Around mid-year, I started like reading, and that's when I read most of the 41 books that I read this year. And I made quite a bit of progress healing. There's a lot of times when I'm like visiting people, visiting the parents, all of that stuff, or I'm just doing stuff and I start crying. Or I start realizing things that I didn't know were something to realize. I wanted to turn off the light. There we go. So in this year also, I got my first ear piercings. I'm not going to tell you the story because it's like kind of random, kind of boring. It was very spontaneous. I just one day decided, yeah, I actually always kind of wanted ear piercings. Let's get them. And it was in September when I visited my partner for the second time this year. Well, last year, it's not this year. And he was like very supportive, being like, hey, yeah, we can totally do this. So we went to a piercer shop, I got ear piercings, and they are healed enough so I can like put cute earrings in them. I like it. Normally I wear studs though. What else? In September as well, I got a position as a student door speaker, meaning I'm the person they come to when they have issues with a neighbor being too loud, or when they have issues with like their own mental health. Things like that. And while I'm not like qualified to help with those things, I'm just the first person they talk to, and depending on the thing, I either like tell them advice, like if it's with a neighbor, I will like go with them to talk to that neighbor before they make like a noise complaint, to like try and sort it out, because sometimes the neighbor isn't even aware that they are loud, or it's not even them, you know, it's just someone else being loud and like the walls carry the noise and things like that. Or I have the resources to point them in the right directions with like the university, like counselling services and all of those things. Bad things that happened this year. Well, there's two. There's a long list of good things, there's a short list of bad things. Maybe because my brain cut out the bad things. So the bad things are, I still have panic attacks sometimes. Mainly if I'm like in a safe space where I can have panic attacks. So that's good, I think, but like I still have them. I would love to get to a point in my healing where I don't have them that many times. Like if I'm in my normal everyday life, I have them like maybe, let's say once a month. I have the randomly crying at least once a week. But like if I'm with my partner in England, goodness, like every other day I have like a panic attack of some sort. And I've not really been consistent with like my self-care, especially like things like working out and like meditation, going to bed on time. I'm not good at that. I want to get better at that. We get to the fun part. Out of the 41 books, 4 went onto my favorite shelf, which is roughly 1 in 10, which technically isn't that great. Funnily enough, I read all of these in the last 5 months. What a surprise. First one. Dracula. It's 440 pages. When I started reading it, I didn't think I would like it. And then I was like 50 pages in or something, and like I got used to the writing style, and I loved it. It was gorgeous. It like had me hooked. So I would highly recommend you read this book. Second, read this. It's called Love and Other Wicked Things. Came out this year. It's like a sapphic romance between 2 witches, and there's a person who tries to burn down a town, but like when they are trying that, they are possessed by someone else. A lot of magic, you know, like it's kind of cozy, but like not low stakes. I would highly recommend it. Check the trigger warnings, especially like for trauma and things like that, for childhood trauma, family trauma, all of those things. Then we read a graphic novel. I think this is actually the first one out of all of these favorite books that I read. It's called On a Sunbeam by Tilly Walden. I read this because Alison Pages really liked this book, so I was like, I want to get into graphic novels, let's read this. Once again, kind of sapphic, but it's not really a love story. It's like this person is going on this like adventure, not really an adventure. She joins this space crew who fixes up old artifacts around the space, like around anywhere in space. And she joined that there because she had a girlfriend in boarding school, and one day that girlfriend was like picked up by their family, and they have never seen each other again. And she's like, I want to talk to this person again. I want to like talk to them again, be like, hey, can we be friends? Being fully aware that like after like 7 years they were most likely not going to have a relationship, but they decided to still go on the search. And it's like really nice because you're like going in between them the two of them at the boarding school, being like, you know, how they became friends, them doing stuff together, all of those things, and between one of the girls with the space crew searching for her, restoring artifacts, learning new things, all of those things. I love it. Has a lot of queer representation, and my all-time favorite book of this year. Die Insel der Tausend Leuchttürme. This is by my favorite author, like the author that wrote my childhood favorite book. So if I'm recommending this, it might not be as good as I make it out to be. Because for me, this is like mainly nostalgia, like his writing style. I love it. I basically grew up with it. This one follows one of my like the childhood favorite book, Die Stadt der träumenden Bücher, The City of Dreaming Books. As in, the main character is the main character for both of these books, and in this one he kind of like rests and recovers from the shit that happened in the book before. So you should read that other book before you pick up this one, because it references, those were all the good, bad, random. Random is the favorite book. So, future goals for the next year, for the coming year, for this year, for 2024. I want to read 50 books, which is 9 books more than I read in the last year. On at least 20-30 pages, there is like a little star, and it's like, author's note. This is also mentioned in this book. Page whatever, read there if you want more information. So you should like have it to like read it, or you should like have read it before to like understand what is referenced, because he will not tell you. He will just be like, you know, oh, you kind of owe me because one of the cousins that you're really, really close to kind of fucked up my life at some point. It's like page 420 in The City of Dreaming Books, and you're like, yeah, I've read that book, I know what it's about. But if you don't, you're just like, okay, so because something happened before, she owes you. But like, if you were to write it again, then those were all the good, bad, random. Random is the favorite book. So, future goals for the next year, for the coming year, for this year, for 2024. I want to read 50 books, which is 9 books more than I read in the last year. So it should be doable, especially as I'm reading now. If I read, like, and I have put up the lovely little reading stream thingy on the Storygraph. Like, I have set a reading goal, I have set a pages goal, like book goal, pages goal. I'm not sure if I'm going to reach both, but we'll see. I want to make weekly YouTube videos, so hopefully by the end of this year there will be 53 videos on my channel, 52 new ones, one old one that is posted in summer last year. I want to try out a recipe every other week. That is just so I get out of my comfort zone and I start making stuff. The recipe doesn't have to be like lunch or anything, because I want to like also like do more baking than I did previously. I want to get a driver's license, and the last thing that I want to do that like is an actual goal that I want to work on is I want to be better at keeping my space tidy. Like, being capable of putting away my dishes, like doing my dishes on like a day or a, you know, every other day basis. Because I have the space and I have the amount of dishes to let them pile up, and I don't like that. But it's like so easy to get into like a depressive rut episode thing where I just don't tidy and then it's a mess, and then like tidying up takes so long, so I don't want to do it. So I'm kind of trying to work towards it, and I hope I can keep it for like the entire year. I know that's not very realistic, but I want to be like doing an effort that if it goes down the drain, to like bring it up to like a standard again, to like a place where I know I can live with it. Now we're in the last fun part. the questions that I want to ask my future me so I can answer it in next year's video. Hi there, future me. Hi there, you at the start of 2025, end of 2024. How many books did you read this year? Did you hit your 50? Yeah. Did you hit your pages goal that you set? Or didn't you? I'm just asking, how many videos did you upload this year? Did you manage the 52? Did you upload more? Did you upload less? Don't worry if it's less. It's okay, I trust that you did it for self-care reasons. How many subscribers do you have? Please say it's more than 26. How's the video process going? Like the whole filming stuff. Do you have a workflow? How did the driver's license go? Did you have to have multiple tests because you failed the first one? Did it go okay? Did you drive anywhere with a potential car? So, how does it feel to be in your last year of your bachelor's? Like, you standing there, you answering these questions, have like half a year left, and then you're done with university. Like, in the coming August for you, you're done. You started your master's. Like, that is, oh my, that is gorgeous. How does it feel? How does it feel to get that far? I hope you're still in uni. How many times did you use the potential stand mixer? No, I've been thinking about getting one. And what recipes did you use it for? How many times did you make cinnamon rolls? And did you share them with people? Or like, did you notice any trends? Did you make more cinnamon rolls in the fall? Or did you like make different stuff in the summer? What is with all of that? Tell me. Did we build like a recipe base where we like collect all of the recipes that we like so we can just take them out and use them and not have to like go through our bookmarks all of the time? That would be gorgeous. Have you gotten more ear piercings? Do they look nice? How are they healing? Tell me everything. Were you in Norwich? Like, in your last year? Like, in the summer? And if you were, did you get more ear piercings? Please show them. Did you try out the stand-up paddling in that river there, or was it like too dry or anything? If you tried it out, did you like it? Are you gonna do it again? Did you go skating outside? I know you bought these skates for outside, but did you use them? Because at the moment you can't use them because it's like all rainy and wet outside and cold, but did you use them more in the summer? And also, how's your French journey coming along? Are you planning on taking any classes at university? Are you already taking classes at university? And the last two obligatory questions. Did you enjoy the last year? And are you ready for the next one? I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your goals and questions for your future selves in the comments. And I'll see you next week when there's a vlog type of thing. Bye!